Dear students, today we are studying about treating a dog bite and preventive measures. If you have bitten by a dog, it's important to tend to the injury right away to reduce your risk of a bacterial infection. You also should assess the wound to determine the severity. In some instances, you will be able to administer first aid to yourself. In other cases, you will need immediate medical treatment, whether the dog is yours or someone else. You may feel shaken after being bitten. If you need a medical attention, call for help rather than driving yourself to the doctor or hospital. Read on to learn the steps you should take following a dog bite and what you can do to prevent infection. Ask about the dog's vaccination history. The first thing you should do following a dog bite is to put a distance between yourself and the dog. That can eliminate the chances that you may be bitten again. Once there is no longer an immediate threat, it's important to determine if the dog has been inoculated against the rabies. If the dog owner is nearby, ask for the dog's vaccination history, making sure to get the owner's name, telephone number, and veterinarian's contact information. If possible, also ask to see some sort of ID. If the dog is unaccompanied, ask anyone who witnessed the attack if they were familiar with the dog and know where the owner lives. Of course, it's also possible to be bitten by your own dog. For this reason, make sure to keep up with your dog's rabies inoculations. Even a friendly, gentle animal may sometimes bite. Administer first aid. The type of first aid you administer will be determined by the severity of the bite. If your skin was not broken, wash the area with warm water and soap. You can also apply an antibacterial lotion to the area as a precaution. If your skin was broken, wash the area with warm soap and water and gently press on the wound to promote a small amount of bleeding. This will help flush out germs. If the bite is already bleeding, apply a clean cloth to the wound and gently press down to stop the flow. Follow up with an application of an antibacterial lotion and cover with a sterile bandage. All dog bite wounds, even minor ones, should be monitored for signs of infection until they are completely healed. Check the bite often to see if it becomes red, swollen, warm, tender to touch. If the wounds get worse, you feel pain or develop a fever, see a doctor immediately. Treatment steps. Wash the wound with soap and warm water. Gently press a clean cloth over the wound to stop the flow of blood. Apply an antibacterial ointment to the wound. Cover with sterile bandage. Watch for signs of infection. Seek help if you suspect infection or possible exposure to rabies, or if the wound is severe. When to seek help? Around 1 in 5 dog bites require a medical treatment. Always see a doctor for a dog bite that is caused by a dog with an unknown rabies vaccine history, or by a dog that's acting erratically or appears to be sick, doesn't stop bleeding, causes intense pain, exposes bone, tendons, or muscle, causes loss of function, such as an inability to bend fingers, looks red, swollen, or inflamed, leaks pus or fluid. Also seek medical attention if you do not remember when you had your last tetanus shot, feel weak, disoriented, or faint, are running a fever. What are possible complications from a dog bite? Dog bites can cause several complications. These include infections, rabies, nerve or a muscle damage, and more. Infection. Bacteria can live in any dog's mouth, including Staphylococcus, Pasteurella, Capnocytophaga. Dogs may also carry MRSA, but there have been no current report of it being transmitted via dog bite. These germs can cause a bacterial infection if the dog bite breaks the skin. The risk of infection may be greater in people with a weakened immunity system or people with diabetes. If you have been bitten by a dog and notice signs of infection, see a doctor. Nerve and muscle damage. A deep bite can cause a damage to nerves, muscles, and blood vessels under the skin. This can occur even if the wound appears to be a small, like from puncture mark. Broken bones. A bite from a large dog may result in a broken, splintered, or fractured bones, especially in the legs, feet, or hands. Always seek emergency medical help if you suspect a broken bone. Rabies. Rabies is a serious viral condition that affects the central nervous system. Left untreated, it can lead to death within a few days of infection. Seek immediate medical attention. If you have been bitten by a dog and you are not sure of their vaccination history or know that they are not up to date on their rabies vaccination. Tetanus. Tetanus is a bacterial disease. It is uncommon in the United States, where vaccines are routinely provided to the children. Adults should get a tetanus booster shot every 10 years. Scarring. If a dog bite tears the skin, it may cause a scarring to occur. In many instances, the appearance of a mild scarring will lessen over time. Severe scarring or scars which occur in a visible areas such as the face can be reduced through medical techniques such as grafting or a plastic surgery. Death. The number of deaths due to dog bites in the United States annually is very low. When they occur, about 70% of deaths related to the dog bites happen to children younger than 10 years old. How to prevent infection? Dog bites can introduce a dangerous bacteria into the body. This can cause a serious and sometimes a fatal infections to occur when left untreated. It's very important to wash the wound as soon as you are bitten and to use a topical antibiotics such as a povidone iodine in and around the broken skin. Keep the wound covered and change bandage daily. Keep an eye on the wounds for signs of infection. Depending on the type of infection, symptoms can start appearing within 24 hours up to 40 days after being bitten. Infection can spread quickly throughout the day. If you notice signs of infection, see your doctor right away. You may need oral or intravenous antibiotics. If doctor prescribes antibiotics for you, you will probably take them for 1 to 2 weeks. Do not stop taking your medication even if the infection appears to subside completely.